Shalom Israel, Shalom. Today's lesson is going to be inspired by Elder Apostle Tahar. You understand what I'm saying? And this is through the Spirit. I was kind of waiting on this through the Spirit. You know, about what are you going to be like in these times of trouble. Not as far as what you're going to eat or what you're going to drink or what type of spirit are you going to be in, like. And I had did a lesson yesterday on my dream and on the spirit of the right hand, and the and your hand meaning a weapon, which is truth speak. Are you preparing yourself to be a weapon, or are you preparing yourself with a warrior's like mentality? In other words, a Maccabean spirit, or a spirit of Caleb or Joshua. That type of warrior that fight, because like Elder Apostle Tahar had mentioned, that it's a cycle going on. And the stronger the father is, if a strong man makes good times and good, and then the good times uh makes a soft man or something like that, as far as the child's concerned, to something to that degree, to that nature. But it's the truth. You work hard as you can, and when you go through the war, the hard times, to make things lenient, that has a tendency to soften the tone and the pillow, of makes a pillow landing for the seeds, where they don't have to work as hard, or they don't have the mentality. They might work hard, but they don't have the spirit, a warrior's like spirit, because they weren't brought up in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's and I don't have anything written down, but we will flow off the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I had did a I had this is what I do all the time right here. I go out to my meditation spot in my yard, and and I uh I say this prayer, and this prayer helps my confidence. You know what I mean? It's a prayer for power. You say your normal, salute to, and reverence and honor to the Lord. Barakat the Yahweh, Barakat the Yahweh Shai, which is bless you Yahweh, bless you Yahweh Shai. You know, then you but you then you beseech, or you beg, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, please, 3 times. Then Nathan Lanawa is give us. Alahayim is powers. Aisha, make. Awathia, me. Ah is a. Zayan, a weapon. You know what I'm saying? So it would be Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yumla Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Wa Rahakwadash, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Nathan Lanawa, Alahayim, Aisha, Awatia, Zayan, is please give us powers, make me a weapon. And I constantly say that every night with other prayers, to coincide with it. But, this is the mentality, and a warrior's like mentality to get in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play some music also, because I'm feeling like that. So depending on the spirit, that's how long we gonna flow. Wherever the wind blowing, I'm going. Let's get some music. And I felt and through and I looked at Elder Apostle Tahar's epistle this morning. It got me amped up, because I still contain it, like I've mentioned before. You gotta maintain yourself, and keep yourself even keel. You gotta stay calm in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much You stay calm in the spirit, Salakia, and everything will be all right. You know what I'm saying? You will stay calm in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? But you want to stay calm in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? While I'm on it, let's go to Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And the third that's left therein is, the 1/3 and hopeful elect, and during this time, which is Jacob's trouble, you have to be sharpened. You have to have a resilience, but you have to have power. You have to be prepared for the inevitable, for what's to befall this place. And a lot of our 2/3 that will be cut off are not going to make it through this thing, because they don't have the mentality, for one. Number two, they don't they're either blind and don't understand what's going on, or they're in fear, and fear will make you do anything. You understand what I'm saying? They still want to they still want this place to be the same. And like everybody's been saying, even if this place kind of goes back into where it was, it'll never be the same. Never again. You know what I'm saying? This place, America, has changed for the remainder. The mentality and the spirit and the way things are um, the way things are produced, the way things people gradually live their life every day. Well, it's not the same, and it will never be the same. You know, and through the spirit, through the will and grace of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, it won't go back and be the same. But you know what? It's for a higher, it's for a bigger cause, a bigger purpose. It's for the kingdom, and this is right now is preparing us to be in that way, to a warriors like mentality. That's what this lesson gonna be: war, a warlike mentality. Somewhere to that lines. It might the title might change, but can you get into that? And I'm not talking about the aquaf. I'm not talking about the women, because you'll be sorely and sadly mistaken to get into that type of zone, because this is not the place for that. There's demons on this plaguing this place right now, and even more to come. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention that this deceiver has things lined up for people to be spiritually and spiritually and physically crushed. You know what I'm saying? Just like, to break your will. You know. So that, and I've mentioned this before many times over. Do you have, you know a Maccabean spirit? Do you have the fortitude, a warrior's like mentality, in, in case whenever anything hit the fan, when there's no food, are you able to fast? Say 6 dudes walk up on you, can you at least put 2 of them motherfuckers down? You know what I'm saying? Can you if you have a wife or and children, can you protect them? Will you bitch up? Will you fold up like a chair? In them times of trouble, are you willing? Because the Lord said there's going to be martyrs in this truth. Now, doing the will of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is the truth, and you're going to be tried and you're going to be tempted. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in your best interest to sit back and ask the Lord to, could he come send somebody down to come help you in the time of trouble? You know what I'm saying? Do you have the will to, because if you give somebody a punishing blow, you give, whether it be through the scripture, which is your shield and buckler, or do you physically have the the fight and the will to put somebody on their ass? and make those other ones think, because they're gonna think about it. Even if they do attack you, you know what I'm saying? They gonna think about it. Like, damn, he just socked the shit out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's that time that we in of this the mode people must be in, a protective hedge mode. And it's just not about the Lord putting a hedge around you. What he's doing is he's putting a spirit on you to be a protector. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, mentioned in my dream last night, the hand being a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it means let me see. It means meaning protection, guardianship, a protector or a guardian. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I'm saying? To seize or to take. To collect. It's power, control. Do you have that spirit on you to do such a thing? And this, because that's what's gonna have to happen more sooner than later. People are in a comfort zone right now. They are in a comfort zone right this moment, and it's and that's the trick bag. You know what I'm saying? That's the trick. That's the trick bag, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the trick bag, man. Shit, it's to make you feel comfortable, and then pull a rug from underneath you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna keep, the Most High is gonna keep you in a certain state of mind where everything is gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? And but that's only for the hopeful elect, because as we see right now, a lot of people are kind of going through the motions right this minute. You know what I'm saying? But do are you ready to go? Do you ready to have that, that fight in you? You know, and it doesn't matter big or tall. Do because it's not and this ain't coming out the scripture, but it ain't about but I'm gonna quote this saying it. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's what time we're coming in. You know, shit. It's a beautiful thing, and then the elder apostle Hart put that spirit on me this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? With his lesson earlier, it was a beautiful, motivating, a powerful lesson. You know, a lot of these men out here were and which was the plan of the enemy to begin with, was to soften, you know, the Israel, so you won't be able to defend yourself in that day, so you could be in a weakened state. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my lessons have been like testimonies and stuff like that. So, I could, 'cause to let Israel know, that it's, that you are brought through a certain type of fire in a certain type of way to prepare you for today. You know what I'm saying? And if you have been through the fire like that, you will be. You have to kind of bring that, what you've been into and what you've been a part of, to the forefront. You know, you have to bring it. It's time for that. It's that mentality where you gonna have to it's time for that. Like we know that the scriptures but it's not all it never was all roses. It never was all peaches and cream. What people fit to neglect the fact, and to and they what they don't realize is that the Most High, through Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, was a man of war. You know, each kingdom was destroyed and taken down and annihilated. You know what I'm saying? And then Israel being brought back up. We're in that time right now. So right now, you're building character. You're building a leadership, a kingsman, mentality. It's time for that. You know, and because it's gonna hit the fan. You know, but are you ready for it? Let's see if we can find a few scriptures to back that. Uh, okay. Salaki, give me a moment. Let's go to Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. You know that you have the eye salve to see everything that's going on in these scriptures as far as prophecy. And blessed are your ears, the interpretation and the understanding of the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Of these times. To prepare yourself with wisdom to navigate through it. You know what I mean? So, you know, these is beautiful times that we're in, and it's getting ready to, you know, show who you are. Are you the Lord's? Are you the Lord's people? You know what I'm saying? Are you, you know, are you there? Are you gonna be standing at the end of this thing? You know, let's read Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. That means we continue to do what we got to do in the name of Yahawashi HaMashiach. Do we constantly have the power to endure? You know what I mean? And endure this thing because no weapon, no matter what it is, this weapon, it could be this biological weapon that's going on. Whether these spirits and demons start to attack you in the physical, or they're sent on somebody to attack you in the form of something. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. You know why? Because we are a weapon. We are a weapon. And it will be and then it will be made manifest. It will be a standard that's lifted. you know but you must know it and know it to be true. You have to have it inside of you. You have to know it, man. You have to know that it's going to be a point, and it's going to be a time and a place. Are you sharpening your mind for the day? And this pertains to anybody who can receive, if you can receive it. If you can understand what I'm saying to you. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got to be the biggest, baddest person on the world, but but do you have this? Because that's what's gonna make you. Do you have the heart, the mind, live? Do you have the spirit? To get through it, to battle through it, to become battle tested. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been walked this life, you've been battle tested, man. If you've been rocked back and forth and sugar coated, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you've been in a household with a parent, and you've been a single parent, but with a single parent household, and maybe it was just your mother. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you just tried to shelter yourself because you didn't like violence. But I don't believe that to be true. I believe there was always some point in time in a person's life where they had to deal with it. You know, because I've boxed. Like I said, I've boxed. I've played football on every level except professional. I've been on the streets homeless. You know what I'm saying? Living in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Gang bang on the highest level. So it's like, you know, even being young and going through the rigors and the fire and emotions, being picked on and jumped or beat up, stuff like that. being put into a situation where, you seem like you are the odd man out, you know, where you're surrounded by the enemy and you're disliked by everyone, and it just feels that way. You know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, it is that way, you know. And then and I can say that I'm sitting right here to tell you, because I made it that far, where you've been spat upon, chastened, and you ended up making it through all of this, So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Let's read Proverbs 12 and 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. They shall be filled with mischief. The wicked will be filled with hurt, and they're feeling it right now. They got, they going through these plagues. The curses is being reversed, where they going through certain ailments themselves, and they're losing their jobs, and they're becoming sick and feeble, where they're dying of opioid overdoses. You know what I mean? And they're becoming weak in stature and nature. Which they're just, the wicked is simply weak to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But now it's become manifest. You know what I'm saying? And there's no and no evil, no bad time shall happen to you, not to the just. But you know what I'm saying? So that you gotta have a certain swag and confidence about you, but still maintain your humility, contrite in spirit. You know what I mean? Because we are kings and priests and prophets, you know, and evangelists. You know what I'm saying? And and pastors. But men of the Lord nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Believers. The saints, which is patience and faith of the saints. You got to have that through this time, and patience means long suffering. You know what I'm saying? So how long can you go through this suffering? Do you have the mental fortitude to do such a thing? You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind and your body and your spirit in shape by constantly staying in tune and in depth. You know, it's nothing wrong with being in depth in this thing, man. I'm talking about head first into this water. You know, it's not complicated. Now, it can seem complicated to some. Some might feel like you're just doing too much, but it ain't never too much, especially right now in this time. You know, you got to gather the information that is given to you, you know, and meditate on it. Meditate on it. You know what I'm saying? But toughen up. And that's to the men of Israel, because that's what we were. We were warriors, men of war, men of valor, you know? So that's the mentality you got to be in, at this time. And and that's our lot, our destiny, our purpose, you know? It's a beautiful thing, It's a beautiful thing. Let's go to Psalm 65 and 3. Iniquities prevail against me, for our transgressions thou shalt purge them away. You know what I mean? So having a faith in the Lord, you know, of our sins, and transgressions of the Lord's going to purge them away. So feel upright, feel good about it all. Get in depth in this. There's nothing wrong with that. Everything's going to be cool. And I'm telling you, everything is going to be cool, because it is. If you are faithful and true, and you believe in this 144% truth. You know what I'm saying? Put up, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. Are you ready to fight? You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is just, we training right now. Now, you've been through training already through this life. That's been the training exercise, the warm up. But now, this right now is the warm up. You hit your punching bag, or, you just getting yourself warmed up, get taped up, hitting the punching bag. Or let me go to on the football aspect of it. Right now, we just click-clacking the pads, bumping the pads, warming up on the field before game time, getting the blood to circulate. You know what I'm saying? That's the appointed time we're at right this moment. We're just sharpening ourselves a little bit, just like how the warriors sharpen their swords right before battle. You know, the swords was ready to go already. It ain't like they weren't ready to go and they weren't ready to be swung and taken into battle. But they be sharpening them right with that stone right before battle. You understand what I'm saying? Warriors like mentality. Are you ready for that? It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And the most high, through Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, is going to be there with you all the way to the end. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So he was there then. He's going to be here now. Call Haloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Wa Rahakwadash. Double honors to my elder apostles. And peace and salutations to the Akim spread abroad. And blessings to the Aqua, the sisters listening and learning. Shalom Israel. Kwam Yasharala. Remember, rise Israel. And remember to love Yahweh Yahweh Shai like they love you. Gird up your loins.